Welcome to part 3 of our d4 blitz repertoire here. So in the previous chapters, we've seen black trying to do d5, c5, e6, kind of a queen's gambit like defense. But today, we're looking at the important lines where black does knight f6, followed by g6 and bishop g7. On the top line and the right diagram on top, you can see that blacks put the pawn on d5 and g6, bishop g7. That's a Gruenfeld-like setup. With white, we're gonna go with h4. Now the second line in green, you can see the same idea except that black plays d6. That's a King's Indian defense, and the bottom right diagram shows we play h4. In each case, we go h4, then we try to do h4, h5, and with queen d2, we launch an attack right away. So how does that work in practice? Let me show a Gruenfeld-like setup first. So now in this position, black can play d5, knight f6, bishop g7, and we go h4. Now in this game, black was afraid of an attack h4, h5, and play h5 himself. So we continue. And now a key moment. After c5, we play knight b5, threatening to come on c7. So black play knight a6. And here we play a4. We have a very nice position with white. And we'll continue knight e5. The knight on e5 is once again very well positioned to attack. We have another knight here, and our bishop can also be part of our initiative. And here we do bishop g3, and we have all our pieces in play. It's a remarkable simple system, but very effective. And here, white to play, we go for the attack. g4. Yes, our king in the center, but the black king is under immediate danger. Now we follow a Bortnyk game once again, and here he played rook g1. And after c4, he won very quickly. So here he played bishop a6 and black resigned. Simply unstoppable threat. Now keep in mind that you could try to play bishop g5 and here knight d6, and you have also a super strong position once again. So you are all winning very quickly in this setup. Now the thing I like to mention is in this game, we can see that h5 backfired because that was very easy to attack and develop our play. Now, in another game, black decided to ignore the threat. So you go h5, and here you take, and you play knight f3. You're gonna follow up with queen d2, castle, and you're gonna enjoy a very nice play on the h5. So this system very dangerous for black. Daniel Naroditsky won an easy game here in 20 moves against Grandmaster. Now let's switch gears and let's see what happened against d6. Now to keep this repertoire simple, we go with the same plan. Now let's see how this works again, the King's Indian setup. We go h5, we take, and here we take, we give a check. And now what? We're following a Bortnyk game played this year. And here I was very surprised. I was expecting maybe knight f3, but no, he simply exchanged the queen. Is he going for a draw in an endgame? Not at all. And now knight f3 played, and simply knight g5. And we can see that we're again combining to come, this time to f7. The king is in a corner, and there's no real way to stop the threat, right? So black tried e6, but resigned after knight f7 check. White is completely winning in 13 moves. So very impressive, and something to remember. Here, exchanging the queen is very strong for white. So now, you've been following this video so far. What should we cover here in the King's Indian? Well, black would try to stop us from doing h5 and play h5 himself. So here we follow knight f3, and now knight g5 is the move I recommend, because the knight here is very well positioned, and if black were to try f6, that would weaken these squares. So over here, we're taking advantage of that pawn move to put our knight on a nice outpost. And if black were to try to do the same, we do have f3, and the white king is not as much danger as the black king, which we would attack right away. So again, h5, we have knight g5 plan, and again castle, we go h5 with a very strong attack. So I've shown then the two different ways to play h4 against a Gruenfeld and against King's Indian setup. Now the last thing I want to show you in this move order, we played bishop f4 and h4. If you wanted to here, you could transpose into a Pirc defense, sorry. You could transpose in a Pirc defense, which we go like that. And here we could do h4 as well. So in a Pirc defense, you do have d4 and e4 at the same time. So it's a matter of taste. Do you like this position, or you prefer to go with a typical h4 and bishop f4 and the pawn on e3? So everything is possible, and Daniel Naroditsky with white won very nice game using this setup as well. So we have a number of ways to play for an advantage for white, and I'll see you in the next one.